Hey there everyone, it's Mike Thomas here at MikeFromMaine.com. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how people are actually making upwards of $5,000 providing ADA compliance as a service. And this is the Americans with Disabilities Act, a law that has come out that has made it so that even websites need to be ready and accessible to people who have disabilities. So this is actually a great thing that's happening. People, just because someone has a disability doesn't mean that they shouldn't be able to consume content on the web, and we should be doing our best to make it so that it's easier for everyone to be able to do that. Now, there are some people that are taking advantage of this and they are going out there and suing people. In general, bigger businesses, but who knows what's going to happen in the future here. It's better to be safe than sorry. So in this video, I'm going to be going through and showing you exactly how people are doing this, how they're making money from this, how you can copy them, and just how easy it is to make a website ADA compliant with the tools that exist out there. So let me bring you over here. This is a guy, and I just went up to Upwork and I just searched ADA, and a bunch of people came up here. Accessibility front-end development, accessibility expert, ADA compliance. This guy looks like he's really trying to focus in on this. Certified accessibility expert. There are people that are charging upwards. I mean, this guy's only charging $12.50 an hour. But I'm going to show you in a second that he's making good money with this. $26 an hour, $50 an hour, $20 an hour, actually helping to solve this issue. So let's take a look at this guy and see if he's actually making any money providing this as a service. So just while you're watching, I want you to know that I'm not telling you to go copy these people, but you can go out there and use them as guidance in creating your own profiles and just looking at what they're doing and seeing what people are looking for. And that's really interesting. When you're going out there and you're trying to make money in a certain marketplace, you want to find out what people are looking for. And it looks like he's really made his titles up here to look like this is what people are looking for. Like, people are looking for Section 508 compliance, ADA compliance, accessibility expert. These are things that people are searching for. So you want to make sure that you have those in your titles here on your Upwork profile. So it's easy to sign up with Upwork. By the way, you sign up, you can start providing these things as a service. Now, this guy right here, he's made over $5,000. He's done 21 jobs. He's worked 253 hours. And I want to show you some of his projects here. So he does other stuff here as well. But here's something that's really interesting. Here's one that he did. He got $368.75. He says that he's worked 30 hours on this. I don't know if I agree, if I believe that he's taken that long, but he's made $368. This one right here, $229 making a website compliant. $200 here, a fixed job for accessibility for Shopify. And I think that's a better way to go. If I were you, I would charge a fixed amount here. Look, he charged $375 for this one. He was able to go out there, and this guy says, Gurpreet is a great freelancer, review and fix a web accessible website, as well as creating a report. Highly recommend him. So this person was really happy. He fixed the issues. This person wanted to make a website ADA compliant. And Gurpreet did a great job of making my existing website ADA compliant. This was a huge concern for our company, as we've seen so many businesses get sued over this issue. I'm relieved to know that we are now in good standing and have the reports to prove it. Look at that. And he got paid $500 to do that. And he's got another one here. He just an audit report here, $212. Here's another one here. Accessibility issues on a website, $237 for that as well. So he's made some pretty good money doing this, and in recent times as well. Imagine picking up one of these. If you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of these orders every single month, you'd be able to make some pretty good extra money. I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be full-time income, but it could be some nice extra money on the side for very easy work, especially if you're using something like ADA Comply, that I'll be showing you how to use that in a second here. So this is just one example. I want to show you on Fiverr as well. Fiverr, you tend to find things that aren't paying as much, but it's still work that comes in here. So I just searched for ADA here. I didn't even do an extensive search. I just searched ADA. And here's what's coming up here. ADA and compliance here. I will help you with ADA accessibility and compliance. This guy said a few orders, he charges $50 for it. Again, people pay less, but there's still jobs here. This guy right here, I'll set up a widget to make your site ADA compliant. Again, that's what you can do with the software here, and he's getting paid $40 to do that. Another one here, they'll set up a widget, make your site compliant. I wouldn't necessarily mention that you're going to set up a widget. I would just say that you're going to make their site compliant when you're listing your gigs. But just take a look. I always recommend this, and I've made money on Fiverr as well. I always recommend looking at gigs that are popular and then mimicking them here. And you can look and see which ones. Like, look at here. I will ADA compliant your website, shop, or restaurant for $400. I mean, imagine getting one of those orders once a month there. I mean, a bunch of people doing this. Is it going to get saturated? There's tons of room out there. If you're worried about saturation, for one thing, I'm going to tell you that a lot of people won't take action on anything. So as far as saturation goes, don't be worried about that. Two, make yourself better. Provide, if you've got other software out there that you've purchased, you can say, I'm going to make your website ADA compliant and I'll create a video for you, or I'll do SEO for your website, or I'll make your website faster. Think about all the stuff, the services that you have that you can provide, and put them together and provide that as a bonus. Make them think, like, why am I going to purchase this through you when I could purchase it through someone else? Just be a little bit creative, and a little bit of creativity goes a really long way. Also, another tip for you when using these websites is you want to make sure that you are fast and you want to make sure that you are responsive. So those are the people that are going to get the orders over and over again. And another really good tip for you, there's a little thing here that says online sellers. And when I'm purchasing on Fiverr, and I buy stuff on Fiverr all the time, I like to find people that are online, because that tells me this person's like hungry, they're looking for a job. So open up your Fiverr, put yourself online, and be there to answer questions for people. And you're going to get a lot more orders if you go ahead and you do that. So I'm going to give you an example of people that are looking for this. Like, if you look at this website, this is a pizza place in my hometown. This website is not ADA compliant. So this is a pretty big business. They've got lots of different branches all over the state of Maine, and they are not ADA compliant. So they are putting themselves at risk of being sued. Someone could come out there and could potentially sue them for this. So you could go in there, you could talk to one of the owners, you could charge them to do this for them. You could include this as a service. Maybe you're doing other things. You can include this as part of your package. It's just another way of providing value to these people. And just a simple piece of code could make this website ADA compliant. Now, if you look at my website here, I've got the code installed right on it, and I can just go right down here to the right. The little handicap accessible thing here comes up, and then it makes it accessible. I can change the display, so it changes the colors here. I can change the text spacing here with this, so it's easier for people to read. You can highlight links here. Look, it goes and highlights links on the pages. It can make the font easier for people to read. It can. This is something to do with the headlines. You can magnify it. So for people that can't see, I know that as people get older, they have a hard time seeing things. It's just a fact of life. And you've got this option here as well. I believe that increases the volume here. I'm going to reset this and bring this back together. Again, you're not changing. So people are clear on this. When people click that, they're not changing the website for everyone. They're just changing it for themselves on a case-by-case basis. And I was easily able to add that to my website. I just signed into ADA Comply, and I went to get started. I set up my website here, really simple. And then it just gave me a little piece of code that I was able to go in here and view my code, copy it, paste it into my website, and it's really easy to do that. There's plugins that do that. You can install a header, add footer plugins free. In mine, I use a special software called Thrive, and I have an area to paste that in. You just paste it in, and you can show that all over your website, and you're done. People that are paying to get this done, they don't care how hard it is. And that's why I recommended before that you don't charge per hour. Because if you charge per hour, if you're honest about it, it should take you about 10 minutes to do, maybe even less. So you're not going to make any money by charging per hour on it. Charge a fixed price. Charge something, especially when you are doing this in the beginning. Don't charge a ton. If you see this guy right here, he's charging $375. Maybe you just charge $75 the first time you do it, just to try to build some history here and to make yourself better than other people. You want to make yourself stand out. Charge a little bit less in the beginning and then raise your prices up as you get more clients. Telling you, these people, one thing I recommend to ask is when you have a client, ask them if they have anyone that they know that also needs this service. And referrals are amazing. You could even make a deal with them and say, hey, I charge you $500 for this. If you have any other business friends of yours that need this done, I'll give you a $100 commission if you can find them for you. I'll give you $50, whatever you want to do. Give them a small amount of your payment because it's not costing you anything to do this. It's just a way of doing that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, there's people out there making tons of money doing this. This guy's made on this website here, he's made $5,000. There's other people that are charging for this. There's money out there to be made, and you're doing something that is actually helping people. So you can feel good about what you're doing. You're helping the website owners. You're helping the people that are accessing the websites, and you are able to make money from that. I think that's a super win-win situation. So thank you so much for checking out this video today on how people are making upwards of $5,000 providing ADA compliance as a service. I appreciate it, and I will talk with you soon.